in SportsCenter.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Titans end up on the right side of an 11-point game. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. This guy is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 4 years, $3.9 million, plus a $1.1 million signing bonus. Martin is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Titans. This guy will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 6 years, $5.9 million, plus a $1.7 million signing bonus. This guy will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Saints.
In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Panthers win their 4th game of the year. The Ravens won this contest and will now move to 3rd place in the AFC North. Number 19 stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Cook ran to pay dirt 3 times and helped his Vikings beat the Lions. Jaguars, Packers. Vikings. Number 26 would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. The Packers win this one by the final score of 45-14. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles prove ineffective and lose by 21. Down in Tempe, Arizona, we had the Cardinals end up with an 8-point victory. The Steelers' defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Giant Stadium. We had a big trade also of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
We'll shift gears now just a little and have a look at a few trades that should certainly be of interest. Lawrence leaves the Giants and is on the move to the Titans, so he should be a great addition to that defensive line from his slot as an outside pass rusher. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Brown is someone whose versatility is certainly appealing, as he can play both the run or the pass from his linebacker spot.
The Chiefs won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Raiders. Bills, Bengals. McKenzie is so dangerous inside the red zone. And call signals at the 5, and there it is, a quick post, a slant touchdown. The Bills go on to win this by the final score of 35-0. The Texans lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the AFC South. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. This guy will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring. And that'll put him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. On to the serious news of the week. This guy is done for the year as he'll watch the rest of the season from the sidelines, and they'll be scrambling now to find someone that can fill his shoes. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Ward played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Saints pick up their 11th win of the year. Wilson took to the air for over 300 yards and helped his Seahawks beat the Jets. Patriots, Dolphins. Number 32 is taking a look at the defense behind the quarterback at his own 14-yard line. Whoop! There he goes with a beautiful spin. Celebrate a touchdown. The Dolphins go on to win this by the final score of 23-21.
All right, Boomer, thanks. Just 2 weeks to go until the playoffs arrive, and just as we do every year, we're looking at a number of interesting races as teams jockey for position. We'll start it out in the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
So with just 2 weeks to go now, still plenty to be decided before January rolls around. But first, my primetime players' game balls go out to these men, each helping their team down the stretch. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.